What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave that comment down below. Alright, guys, now I haven't done very many Loki theory videos here on Rants like I did in WandaVision. I wanted to kind of do it for like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that was like such a cut and dry series that it just, I don't know, it wasn't really that fun to do like these wild theories on it. But Loki has kind of got me like back into that WandaVision kind of mood, where each week there's like little glimpses behind the veil that allow us maybe to see the truth behind what is really going on in Loki. Now, I've heard a lot of theories. I've heard Mobius is really, ahead of the TVA. I've heard Loki is actually dead. I've heard a lot of, there's a lot of rumors that are going out. A lot of fan theories about what is going on. But after rewatching episode 3, I cannot help but shake this. And that's the idea that I don't believe that in, episode 2, when they went into the future, I think it was like 2050, and they went to that supermarket that was fixing to be destroyed. I think it was in Georgia. There's a part of me that thinks that Loki never actually left there. I cannot shake that feeling simply because of a few things that happened in episode 3. And I'll just kind of go through a little bit of it. In episode 3, they get to, Lamentus 1. They get there, and, you got these, these asteroids just falling around them. They're running for their lives. They're constantly, they're in constant fear for their life until they get to this, one storage building. And then they have, this little talk. She tries to, charm him to a certain extent to get the information, or to get, a way to get all that little time thing that he had to get off, the planet. And then it seems like after that, we're just doing a lot of walking, nothing falling around us, a lot of taking our time, no more of that rush, no more imminent doom that is happening. And I remember when I first watched that episode, that was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, wait a second. They were running for their lives to that building, but then as soon as they got out of that building, they just casually walked so that they could talk in a lot of ways, so that she could get a little bit of information. She could tell him her sob story, and he could kind of, vent his as well. And it kind of almost made me kind of have this sympathy for the devil. Now, I'm not saying Sylvie is the devil, but I am saying that she is trying to manipulate him through small talk. And when they're on that train and they're having that little moment where she's telling about her past, he's telling about his. And then, of course, everybody got so caught up into that whole, Loki's bi moment. But they missed really kind of what that conversation was about. It wasn't about that she was trying to extract information out of him, so much so as it was trying to make him feel comfortable with her. It all felt really planned, really out of place. Another thing that just blew my mind. Loki, throughout the Thor movies, he has always been the manipulator. He has always been someone that's 3 steps ahead. He doesn't play like what Thor did. That was one of his biggest problems, was Thor didn't take things serious enough. So what does Loki do? He waits till Sylvie falls asleep. Instead of, killing her or taking her to the TVA or whatever his plans were, he gets drunk. Does that sound like the Loki that we have come to learn or come to know in the MCU? I would say no. That's kind of very out of place. That's something like a Thor would do, not something that Loki would do. Loki, the manipulator, would be always trying to get the upper hand, especially when you got somebody like Mobius and a lot of the TVAs calling him the lesser of the two. It doesn't matter if Loki's a good guy, bad guy, whatever. Loki has an ego. Loki's ego runs Loki. The idea that she is even deemed by even one person to be his better, he would show her up. But no, what did he do? Gets drunk. He ends up damning them to the island. To the planet. Planet's exploding because now their only way off is completely and totally wrecked. They can't fix it. Their only chance of survival is to get on the rocket. What do they do then? They know that they've got just a few hours. They're a long ways away. They don't know when that arc is going to take off. So what do? They walk there. They do a little small talk. She tells him little hints about the TVA, allowing him information that he previously did not know about them being humans in their past life. Which kind of brought up the whole, very first scene that you see where she's, that Minuteman that she had kidnapped. She's inside her brain. She's, trying to extract information through that. Why did you show that at the beginning of this episode? And then as soon as she gets out of the woman's brain, what's the first thing she looks up to? She looks up at Loki. In my eyes, if you're on a planet that's fixing to explode and you have a certain amount of time to get to a place, the arc, before it takes off and your only chance of survival, you're probably not going to be spending all your time trying to do little small talk, walking across the desert to get to the city. You're going to be in a rush, kind of like what they were at the very end. If they would have, ran to the place, they would have got there on time. The ark would have never been destroyed. All those people would have lived, or possibly lived, if they had hijacked it and actually been able to take it out. And something just did not feel right. It felt like those guards that were trying to stop them from, I don't know what the guards were actually trying to stop them from. And it was so weird at the very end. When the ark explodes, you see these guards just fall to their knees like, oh no, we were going to die anyways, but now, I don't know, these few people that are on the ark, these few rich people that are on the ark, they're going to die with us. I mean, kind of felt strange. What were the police there to do? Why would they spend their last waking moments trying to police an area when they're all going to die? Made no sense whatsoever. They were only there to slow them down where that they could not get off that planet in time. They couldn't get to the ark in time. That was the only reason for that. But from a reality standpoint, that doesn't really make much sense. You wouldn't think that would be what people would be doing in their last moments. Why were they so devastated when the ark when the ark exploded? Made no sense. It wasn't like they were going to live. Wasn't like they were going to make it off the planet. So, why did they care if the ark exploded or not? There's a lot of strange little things that happened around it. And then you see her just casually, after the ark exploded, her just casually walking off. Pretty sure this next episode is going to start off with them having another little small chat. Now, I don't know if this is true because I have seen previews for episode 4. It doesn't necessarily look to be the case. But I cannot really figure out why would the TVA go back there to save them when their problem is completely done with. Loki has damned Sylvie along with him. He hasn't changed time whatsoever by what they did on Lamentus. So why would the TVA go there to capture her? That makes no sense whatsoever. Not unless she actually has him enchanted in that supermarket in 2050 And that's where they capture that she never left there either. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking her entire goal was, Loki has been trying to get her to his side. But I think actually she's trying to get him on her side, where that he can be the guy that is the trusted person in the TVA, because he's supposed to be hunting her, but she's wanting him to be the mole inside of the TVA to give her information. That's what I believe is happening. I believe she's playing Loki in that regard, because there's just a lot of things that was really out of character for Loki. It felt like one of those dreams that you literally have no control of, so you just do like the most random things. It's not the Loki that we've come to know and love. This Loki reminded me more of a Thor-like character who's just can't help but laugh about everything. That's not Loki. That's not who he is. He would not be content with dying. He would not be content with knowing that she's his better. Even if the planet was fixing to explode, he would be trying to take everything that she had from her. That's my opinion on it. Let me know what y'all think down below. I really, really believe that this was in a dream state, because I do not understand, when you see previews for episode 4 and you see that she's in chains, and you think to yourself, wait a second, why aren't they were trying to get rid of her in the first place? Would they go and save her to, I don't know, capture her and then, go to Lamentus, save them from there, so save her and Loki, so that they could then take them back to the TVA, try them, and then just kill them? What would be the point of that? Makes no sense whatsoever. They have no love for Loki, so they wouldn't go and save Loki. I don't see where, Mobius spent all of episode 2 just threatening him. So I don't think Mobius has, any skin in the game when it comes to that. So I'm like, why would the Timekeepers want him alive? Why would Mobius want him alive? I would just say, you know what? He did his job. And they died. But that's not what's going to happen. We see in episode 4 that she's clearly in chains, and she's being tried by the TVA. So I say she never left the supermarket. She's enchanting Loki the same way she was doing that Minuteman at the beginning of the episode, because she looks right up on that monitor and she sees Loki. I think that's a hint towards something, guys. Let me know what y'all think down below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Y'all take care.